Okay, so if you take a look at the calendar, I always put it into the team page and then add it as an announcement so you can see that. So this coming week, on Tuesday is when the Pumpkin Spice Shakeology launches. So there will be 2 launches, September 3rd and October 1st, I believe is the other date. Last time they released it, and literally I think mostly coaches snagged them up and clients didn't even really get any, so they're doing it twice. I know that we'll have more inventory this time, and I posted something we did last year that worked well, and it was basically like, so say you buy 2 boxes of pumpkin spice, and then was it 1 or 2 boxes of the samplers? So maybe just get chocolate and vanilla in packets, or if you have any at home. You can offer 6, it's a 5-day group. You can offer 6 packets for $35, including shipping. They get 2 pumpkin spice and 4 of the other flavors.
Hey, April?
Yeah. You can't hear me? They get 2 pumpkin spice and 4 of the
no. Oh, okay, now I'm up. I don't even remember how many it was. Was it 6 Shakeology samples you can get? And then you can do like in a whole bundle. So you can create like the group with, they can have Shakeology, 2 pumpkin spice, and then the multiple flavors. Is that what you were saying, April? Yeah. Okay, yeah, so 6 samples. So order a box on your own of the, but I mean, whatever you want. I did vanilla and chocolate. And then that's a good way for them to kind of sample them. Yeah, and if you're going to run a group, that's awesome. So then we'll have a way for them to have, their free workouts in there, and hopefully be able to convert their membership to convert their membership over. No worries. Okay, April, can you hear us or no? Maybe she gone. Yeah, okay. All right, so the next, I guess we'll just talk more on the free group when we get that up and running. But I saw that she had started posting about that, and that she had, stories in, if you guys haven't used them yet, the stories in the view page. Let's see, let me pull up the calendar here. So starting on every Sunday night now, we're going to have the tips and on live in the page, and then on, I can't read this. Every Tuesday, we're going to have a coach go live with some sort of a training. So Jess is up next. And then a one-day sneak peek every Wednesday. I think that's such a good idea. We're going to actually do that where our teams are going to kind of combine this so that we are all kind of on the same schedule and the same calendar, instead of having to remember what each team is doing on each week. So I know for my team, we're going to do the same thing. We're going to just get on the same rotation so that we can all kind of share the load with all this. And then team calls, same thing, always on Thursdays. We're going to do the same with team calls. We're actually going to combine them together once we kind of iron out some details, so that we don't have multiple different team calls. And April, Amy, I haven't announced that to our team yet, but that's where we're going to go from here on out. I just think it makes more sense if we are just doing one team call, and we're just kind of going to rotate with weeks. And is that pretty much it, April? Did you have anything else? Every Saturday morning, obviously, we're going to be doing this, and they're going to vary with what we're going to be talking about. But the Saturday morning coffee chats, I think, are going to be helpful. It's not quite as formal as doing a team call, but just a way to kind of connect and do like a little mini info session. So, does anybody have any questions about that? I can't. For some reason, my comments keep going away. Okay, here we go. Okay, yeah, I can see the chats now. So post ideas for the week. We could start that. All right. Anybody Anybody else? Anybody have any post ideas to start with?
Yeah, I was thinking Sunday would be a good time to start make a post about the pumpkin spice group or the launch to get, kind of pull together any people that didn't see your stories and then grab them and talk to them about pumpkin spice for just like a who loves pumpkin kind of a thing.
Yeah.
I was thinking I might layer up and take some fall themed photos, even though it's going to be crazy hot. But
you can use stuff from last year too.
Oh, that's true. I just look totally different from last year because I was like pre-pregnancy, but I probably could.
We also have stuff in our previous group. April, are you running it in the same group that we ran it last year?
I think that was the plan, yeah.
Okay. So we actually have pictures in there too that anybody can use if you want to take some post ideas and some pictures and stuff from there. That'd be a good idea.
Okay.
We're running it in a free group, right? That's what we're marketing it as, correct? Okay.
Free group, but then with the option of doing the $35 with the Shaco samples. And okay. I was going to recommend to people to get people signed up either for a 2-week free trial or do the clean week, just to kind of tie in fitness as well.
Mm-hmm. That's what I did last year. I had everybody do a clean week. It was just a good way to kind of get people to be able to see BOD. And clean week is easy because it's set up for that 7 days. So
right.
I like that. That was really good.
April is asking if October 14th for the fall free group is too far off.
This one that we're talking about now?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I would do it October 14th.
That was, I think, the original plan, but I think we could totally do it earlier.
Yeah, I would think maybe we do one for September as well. What do you think?
So we have the education flash sale the week of the 16th. Maybe we do it the week after that, the week of the 23rd. I think overlapping the two would be kind of crazy for a lot of folks.
Yeah, we should do two.
And there's really nothing going on the week of the 23rd.
I'm going to check my other calendar and just confirm, but I think that sounds good. Yeah, that would work for me.
Is that okay, April?
To bump it up to the end of September?
Okay. So let me make a note of that. Okay. That works. And then I'll make a post about that today to kind of give everyone a heads up. Then for Monday, as far as posting goes, since we have this coaching sneak peek on Wednesday, maybe a coach call to action? Coaching call to action?
On what day?
On Monday. Because that's kind of like the end of the weekend since it's a holiday.
Sunday's pumpkin spice.
Yeah. And then I'm kind of lost.
What's that?
Okay, so April said Saturday family or fun post, Sunday pumpkin spice, Monday coach post. I like that.
I almost always do coach posts on Sundays, but Mondays are always a really good one too. Obviously, since we're going to be talking about pumpkin spice Sunday, I think Monday's good.
Yeah. Then the rest of the week, trying to think if there's something like creative or cute you could do at the pumpkin spice lunch on the 3rd, on Tuesday. Or just talk it up in stories and move on to other content.
I think it'd be good to talk about in a post. A Starbucks.
That's a good idea.
like not at all feeling pumpkin spice yet. Way too early for this.
It is a little early, I agree. But
I'm like, don't even talk about that right now with me. I saw a sign outside of Starbucks and I was like, nope, not even looking at that.
oh, I was like totally all over it. So then a Starbucks gift card giveaway on Tuesday, and you could like just do like a $10 one, right? Like it doesn't have to be anything.
Or even a $5.
Even $5, yeah, that's true. And then Wednesday, that'll be the day of the coach sneak peek. Should we do another coaching post? I feel like we're just doing pumpkin spice and coaching posts, but that's okay. All right, so another coach post. And maybe on Wednesday, focus more on community and focus more on personal growth from coaching.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Okay. What do you think for Thursday? Maybe like a celebratory post. That's a good idea. Friday.
I like Friday Funnies or like interactive posts on Fridays, like asking a question, recommendation, or funny or something.
Okay, I like that. Funny, recommendation, engagement. Then we're back. Do we want to play in the following weekend too, or no? Since we'll have another coffee chat next Saturday. Just till Friday. Got it. So then I guess we're done with planning content. Any questions on how to make a coach post or an engagement post or anything? Sorry, I'm just reading April's comments in the chat so that it's on the recording.
I do, because I've been watching yours, those stories about to make a coach post, and I don't really have an idea of a way to start. So what do you guys do when you make a coach post? Because I don't think I've ever made one.
Well, it depends on what it is I'm trying to get across. Like if I'm trying to talk about like what coaching has, like an experience that I have with coaching, I will literally talk about something that's changed for me, like a struggle that I had before, like with self-confidence or with lack of like true, like genuine friendships or something, and I'll talk about that. So that would be like the coaching like post, just about how coaching has changed, my life, or even financials. Like it could be anything. It could be something like I was able to sign up my kiddo with piano lessons, which I wasn't able to do before, or I was able to purchase like shoes for myself I wouldn't have felt guilty about before, something like that. Like those are like kind of coaching breadcrumby posts, which is just like giving people an idea how coaching can change your life in different ways, small ways, big ways. And then there's other kind of coach posts where you're actually like talking, like inviting somebody to be part of the community. So you're talking about, our sneak peek coming up, or you're talking about how, some big like thing about the coaching community, or about what coaching is. So there's kind of a few different kinds of different coach posts depending on what it is that you're trying to get across that week. And that's why we'll focus really on these kind of on this like posting schedule, because it'll go along with what it is that we're doing with the week. So like right before a coach sneak peek, we're obviously going to be talking more about like a call to action post, inviting them to learn more about the coaching opportunity. but breadcrumbing posts are more about, you know, little things and how coaching has changed you or how it's helped you. And then obviously you definitely want in there ways that you help somebody. So a transformation, or somebody sent you a message and writing out something that somebody had sent you with how, you know, they fit into a pair of pants or they're confident or whatever. There's a few different ways that you can, you know, make your coach post depending on what you want to share.
Thank you.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
And you're always welcome to use anything of ours, you know, to kind of use like as a basis and then change it up, obviously to sound like you for your, you know, your experiences and your life. But you can always use, you know, anything. I mean, I'm always open to anybody using anything I post and just change it up to sound, you know, like you and from your experiences.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
And April also said, if you want to write it up and send it into our team page and ask for help, if you're stuck or need any help, feel free to do that.
Anybody else? Picture? You want me to do it? I'll tell you when. All right, ready? Then we'll do a boomerang too, okay? You guys can pick which one you want.
Can you hear me at all, or am I like?
I can hear you now.
Oh, okay.
For a while there, your voice was doing all kinds of crazy things. All right, you ready? Girls ready to boom?
You have to move yourself because we're doing a boomerang. Do something fun.
Yeah. Ready?
Tell me when.
All right, go ahead.
Yay!
Got it.
Thank you. Thank you guys so much for hosting. And yeah, I get a lot of questions about what to do for coach posts and things like that. So I have one PDF. I shared in like a group message. I don't think I actually posted in the team page, but there's some ideas for coach posts. But yeah, that's like usually what I did is I would just like follow other coaches and see what they did and use it as a template, but make it sound like you, because you don't just copy paste. You can't just like change a couple words. Your market won't resonate with that. It has to be you and your heart. But when you're like, what should I post? Like go to some other posts that coaches that you look up to and just like, oh, that's a good idea. The other thing, number one thing I do on one-on-one calls or when I'm talking to people and I'm like, what are you struggling with? What's going well? Take any of those two and make it into a post about coaching, what you're struggling with. Okay, so if you're struggling with X, like talk about it, remind people how to turn it into a positive message. And then that's why, you know, and then why you're grateful for coaching is that it makes you want to work on yourself from the inside. Or if it's something that's going well, like celebrate that. And what has coaching helped you to be able to do that? So I really try to think about what's going on in my life too. And you guys know, usually like Heather said something, I don't remember what it was this week. I was like, that's a perfect thing to go live about. and then somebody else said something and I'm like, great, you'll make a post about that later today. So just look for things in your life. And when you have like a win, talk about it as a coach post. And when you're struggling with something, use it to remind people that you're not perfect, you're struggling too, but when I'm struggling, I'm going to use it as a motivation and remind you just as much for myself, kind of thing. Yeah. All right.